Well, time to talk sports here on the JoyNews channel. That's the AM show. And last night was big, great in the English Premier League. Manchester United dropped points, 3 valuable points, and now a huge blow to their title defense. As Liverpool, if tonight are able to win their game against Leicester City, they will open a 7-point lead. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer couldn't make it 9 out of 9 wins, as he also dropped points at home. He had to come from 2 goals down to draw 2-2 with Burnley at Old Trafford. But we start here on the locals in the Accra High Court for today. Will on the injunction on the elective congress of the Ghana Athletes Association, the presidential aspirants in the GAA elections, George Haldani Lutrot and 14 others have placed an injunction on the poll, citing irregularities and seeking some reliefs. Now, Mr. George Lutrot, the lead plaintiff, and the 14 others are praying the court to declare the December 15 elections as improper, injunct the defendants, that's Professor Francis Dodubar Fuseni, the National Sports Authority, and the Ghana Olympic Committee from holding the elections that will appoint an interim committee to administer the GA in preparation for the Congress and elections. We can now hear from one of the plaintiffs, Dr. George Lutrot, a former president of the Ghana Athletes Association.
Yeah, that's the spin they put around, that we have disrupted the whole athletics program, etc. That we have the athletes are going to suffer, especially the local athletes. We are doing things to correct an anomaly. I'll give you an example. Last year, you had the African Championships in Asaba, Nigeria. How many athletes from Ghana did they take? I think 3 or 4. That was the Ghanaian contingent to Nigeria, just down the road. Was there a court case going on then? Were we in court then? And you take only 4 athletes. When I was chairman, we managed to take 13 local athletes to Congo, Brazzaville. That is when the foreign athletes could not attend for Brazzaville because of the Olympic Games. We took 13 athletes to Brazzaville. And today we are next door in Nigeria, and you are taking only 4 athletes. Was there a court case going on then? Of course, there was no court case going on. So it shows the misrepresentation which they're trying to give to the athletes. The kind of spin they're trying to give to the athletes. Sending 4 athletes to an African championship is not the norm. It is not the norm. That's why things have to be corrected.
All right, so that's Dr. George Lutrot. We definitely will follow this story and bring you more in our subsequent sports bulletins. But away from that, let's look at Kumasi Asante Kotoko, their preparations for their CAF Confederation Cup campaign. Well, the government of Ghana, that's the sports ministry, they've pledged a staggering great amount for clubs that will participate in the CAF Interclub competitions, be it the Confederation Cup or the CAF Champions League. And for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, you know they are going through and they are starting, especially with what they are doing in the group stages. And government has pledged $200,000 as well as $150,000. So the $200,000 is for the Champions League and the $150,000. Yesterday, the sports ministry released a statement which will be on the screen. There you go, so on your screen, and I'll go through the statement. It says, as part of efforts to support football clubs that qualify to play in the continent competitions, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, on behalf of government, has decided to boost clubs that qualify to the group stage of the CAF Champions League and Confederation Cup competitions with an amount of $200,000 United States dollars and $150,000 United States of dollars respectively. Now, this gesture, government believes will go a long way to financially cushion the football clubs in their bid to bring honor to our country while encouraging them to attain excellence in these continental competitions. Signed by Honorable Isaac Kwame Siama, who is a Minister for Youth and Sports. And of course, to get a reaction to this, we'll go straight to Kumasi Asante Kotoko because they are playing in the CAF Interclub competition this year. They are representing Ghana in the CAF Confederation Cup, and for them, they are in the group stage of the competition. They start their campaign this very Sunday away in Sudan with a game to Al Hilal. We are fortunate to have the communications director of the club on the lines. That's Samuel Safo Duku. Duku, thanks so much for joining me, and always a pleasure speaking to you. You must be very delighted with the outcome, with what government is saying in terms of support for clubs that will participate in the CAF Inter-Club competition, and now your club definitely are going to benefit from this.
Well, good morning and thank you. Obviously, it's very, very refreshing news. It's timely, a morale booster, and of course, a huge financial relief to the club. Because in February alone, this month, or next month, we'll be making 3 trips outside Ghana. And you know the huge financial obligations involved in even making 1 trip. So this gesture, as you say, from government is a welcoming one.
So $200,000, of course, will put some sort of pressure on Asante Kotoko, because you know that, yes, support is coming. Support has come from government, and money is huge. You definitely would have to do something to ensure that the money given you will not just go waste.
Well, yes, it's an indication that the government of Ghana, and for that matter, the nation as a whole, has recognized the good work that we are doing. And therefore, the expectation is that we should do better moving forward.
All right, so but briefly before you take leave of me, in terms of preparations going into that game, what are our plans?
Yes, we've had our training session back under starlight, because you know the match will be playing under starlight.
Yeah.
But this morning the team will be training, and then they will leave for Accra and spend the night today. And of course, tomorrow we are in plane to Sudan.
Okay, Sammy, thanks so much for your time here on AM Sports. We definitely will get more from Samuel Safo Duku when they come to Accra as they leave Ghana for Sudan for the first game in their Confederation Cup campaign. They play against Al Hilal this coming Sunday.